Good day, as you know I am Kaylin, and in today's training video we're going to be discussing creating quotes. So if we move on over to our Veculim, and you'll see under the work menu you've got your quotes icon there. If we just click on that, you'll see at the bottom you've got a create button. Once you've clicked on that, the update quote window pops up, and this is where you need to fill in all the details regarding that quotation. So you've obviously got your registration, your vehicle registration. So let's just say it's CA123 and 456. There's our thing. The quote date is obviously today. You need to go and specify the manufacturer of the quote. So you can then go and choose whatever vehicle it may be. Let's just say this is a 320i, and we're going to select that one. You can go and specify the color of the vehicle if you need to. So let's just say this is red. And also then if you need to fill in the VIN number, you can put that in. You can also specify the kilometers of this car. So let's just say it's on 39,560 and the year model of that car. Okay. Once you've got all those details in, you can move on over to your customer tab. Now on this tab, you can specify whether this is for a company or whether it's just for a private customer, for argument's sake, or just, a customer that's obviously, the insurance will pay and all that. So yes, I'm going to leave it as just a plain customer. I'm going to click on the lookup button, and let's just go and say this is for Douglas is the client there. It'll automatically fill in this. Now, this is only if you have that customer already set up. If you do not have it set up prior, you can just go and fill that in. Fill in all the details then of the cell phone numbers and all that information there. And then also if you do have the SMS module enabled, you can then set this to either send a SMS then as this quote proceeds through its different stages. Okay, so you've got then your insurance tab. So this is where you're going to specify if there is a broker involved or an insurance company involved. I'm going to just say this is for ABC Insurers. And now it'll say, because I've got a different value in my insurer's setup, and my sundries is set to 0 here, it'll ask you, do you want to go and change that information? So in this case, yes, I want to go and adjust this. You'll see it'll automatically change it to 1% and 1,000 then. So that is my settings that has been configured, pre-configured in my insurance broker's details there. Okay, so if we go on over to our notes section, here's any extra notes that you'd like to perhaps just put in, for this quotation. You can add that in. And then you can also go and add in, certain images if you want to. So if you took multiple images of the vehicle, you can go and add that in. Then you've got your analysis tabs. Now this will basically only come into play once you've got some details here, where it'll give you a breakdown of the labor totals and, strip and assembly and all that information that's there, that's totaled there. You've also got your status tab. This will indicate when this quote has been started. So now if you're using quote requests, then it'll record then when this request was put in and when you actually started doing the quotation. Once it's been finalized, it'll put in a date as well and a quote approved there. So that'll also then indicate how much time between each step it took. Perhaps somebody is handling the quotes, the quote requests, and the other one is handling the actual quotes that get done, and so you can keep track of what's, how long it's taking there. Okay, so we need to obviously go and add in some details into this quotation. You'll see at the bottom left-hand side here, we've got an insert button. If we click on that, it'll pop up with our update quotes detail lines. Now this is where you would specify then what the action is of this record that you're adding, what is the location, what is the description obviously of this item that you're putting in. So let's just say it's going to be replace, and we're going to do the front, and let's just see if we can choose something here. Let's see. We're going to say it's going to be the bonnet bracket we're going to replace. Okay, so they need to check what's going on there, and let's just say we've got strip and assembly, and this is going to take us an hour, and we're going to charge them $3.50 per hour. There's no paintwork involved, and there is going to be maybe some parts. Perhaps we need to go and order some extra brackets that will be used for here. So let's go and add this to our parts. We can go and specify then whichever supplier we want to use. Let's just say we're going to use Imperial Tiger Valley, and we're going to say that this bracket is costing us $250. Oops. Okay, we're going to put up a markup of 25% on that. So yes, that's that. We click on the accept button and you'll see that record is added here. Now you can go and continue and add multiple records within the screen and just keep accepting it to put it in here. Once you've actually closed that, it'll add it to your quotation window here. Obviously, when you've got multiple records, then it'll total all that up. You'll have your analysis that'll break each part down there, and you can then just click on the OK button, and Veculim will do an assessment to how many days is required for this job. And if you feel to accept the amount of days that it's calculated, you can say yes. Otherwise, you can just leave it then at whichever amount of days you have, like 1 day in this case. So I'm going to say no because I don't want it to actually adjust those days. And there we'll see that that quotation has been added. All the details are filled in there. Obviously, there's no job number as yet because we haven't created that job number. But then from this step, you can go and finalize them and obviously then send that off to the client. And once it's come back, you can approve this quotation, and that's when you actually move over to creating a job card. And that's creating quotes, quite easy to do. I hope that you've learned something and that you'll join me in the next video. Goodbye.